Hello everyone, I'm Xingyi. Today I will give you the presentation about the cultural portfolio and my aim country is Canada. So just in this slide, you can see I divide the 6 parts as my whole presentation. So just for the first, I will give you the short introduction to Canada. So did you know Canada is the second largest country just in the world, and also it's famous for its diverse culture, beautiful scenery, and the fair social values. So as a developed country, Canada has a large amount of trade with other countries every year. So we just think it's very important to know how can we negotiate with Canadians just for others managers is very important. So let's move to the elements of Canada culture and deal to the whole state's culture module, and it's divided as 6 dimensions for the culture to lenses. And in this table, you can see I gave the 6 dimensions index for the Canada, and for the dimension 1, you can see the first index that gets low marks. So that means Canada has a low power distance. So that means the Canadians' values is also focused on the equality and fairness. Different levels in the Canada society also has the same quality and fairness. And attitudes against the class parity. So that means whatever you do the different kinds of jobs in Canada society, you also have the same equality and fairness to each other. Just the behavior. Just in the Canada society, when you work just in one company, you also have some suggestion will be taken into account to company decisions. You're fair to be show your ideas and suggestions. And of the dimensions too, you can see the second index individualism. The why they have the high score, so that means the Canada society is individualism society. Just for the value, the Canada also focus on the individual rights. That means the different people has the same rights to show their different personal values. And for the attitude, we know that the Canada also respects the personal goals and choice. So that means the different people just in Canada also has some same equality and fairness. And for the communication style, we know that the Canada also use the direct communication style, but they pay much attention to the policy. They don't talk about the personal things just in the public place. And for the third one, you can see the dimension 3 in the fourth index, the uncertainty avoidance, they get low marks. So that means the Canada society also has a low uncertainty avoidance. And the values, they have some openness, inclusiveness, respect for the diversity. So that means to the history of Canada, they have so much immigration from another world, from another country. And also some immigration come together to get the cultural diversity. For the attitudes, they just willing to change because they want to change for animal and they have more chance to get the success. As for the decision making, we know that the Canada also, when you work in the country and also the manager also give you some chance to have the failure and also give you multiple attempts for when you're working in the Canada society. And for the last dimension, you can see the fifth index for the long-term orientation because it gets lower marks. So that means the Canada also has the short-term orientation for the value. The Canadians tend to realistic, focus on the short term, and they just to make the things with lose time. And also attitudes, they tend to be the immediate goal. They just think when they do the same thing and they just reduce time and they will be efficiently. So the communication style, they choose to very direct and very simple to when they talk with others and that can share ideas very efficiently. Just after we analyze the 4 elements with the Canada culture, I will give you the 4 factors that influence the negotiation with Canadians. Just the first is negotiation goal. That's because the Canadian also focus on the efficient negotiation process and getting the short-term the results. That's because they think just with the short term and with less time and they will get more money and will get more chance to be success. And also they don't consider for the long-term cooperation at the first place. They just want to make a deal for the first place. For the second, the negotiation attitude. Due to the history, the Canada is different from the traditional Western country like the UK, France, or Germany. because the Canada also has some immigration as a cultural diversity. So that means the Canada also to choose their attitude for case by case. Sometimes they choose to win or lose with the negotiation, but sometimes they choose to win-win by two sides. And for the emotionalism, we know that the Canadians also show their emotion in their face, but sometimes, just in the negotiation place, they also to when they're angry, confused, happy, they also to show the body language and the emotion in their face, so that also influence the negotiation. And for the communication style, the Canadians also lack to the direct and simple. They do not want to the unclear expression. They just want their negotiation more fast and more easy to know. So after we know that, I will give you the two cross-cultural action plan. For the first, I will tell you how did the Canadians' cultural values and characteristics influence the specific negotiation activity. So that means I divide as a three process with this plan. And also for the definition, we know that the Canada is an individualism country. And also move to the explosion part, we know that the Canada society has a lower power distance, so that means they also focus on the equality and fairness and to let their Canada negotiation team members have the equal chance to show their ideas to what they are thinking about. And also they use the direct and simple ways to talking. And for the exchange one, just they also focus on to have the openness and have the high speed and with the efficiently to when they are just with talking about other parties, and also to make a good deal just more fairly. And also they just think to make a deal as a first place to think, not to get a long-term cooperation. And I give you the cross-cultural action plan too, just based on which we are analyzed, and I will give some suggestion about how to talk with the Canada negotiation team. For the first, we should just respect all the team members when Canada negotiation team just show their opinions and also give the reply for their ideas. And second, we should also to let our group members to apologize and encourage them to have more ideas, to be more openness. And for the second, when we just have some negotiation, we should focus on the policy. That means we do not to talk about some personal things just in the during the process of the negotiation. And the third, we should just to focus on the cultural diversity, and we should to know their team members also has a different country and also has different idea and thinking. And for the last one, we know that we should use the directly and simple communication style, not to use many unclear expression to let them to know what don't know what to think, and don't they just think we are lose time. And also, just in the process, we just should to focus on their emotional change. That means sometimes if they do not happy or they're angry or they're confused with other ideas to share the process. And also we can know from their emotion, and we after that we will know how to adjust our strategy. And for the last one is to we should not to consider to form a good form a long cooperation with their members, because they just like to make a deal for the first place. And if we just to make this negotiation to be successfully just for the win-win by two sides, and next we will consider for our long-term cooperation. So this is my reference list. And this is the end of my presentation, so thanks for your listening.